Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Charles with the latest episode of Charles Snyder Raw, and it's the first one I've actually produced since March 28th, 2020. And the reason for that is because of COVID, because of deployments. I've actually had two of them in between there. Plus, I've also been doing a lot of work on the website, but more on that later. What I want to talk about today is the fact that we won an award for the best in Lancaster County 2020 for digital marketing. And I really believe this is the first time that my company's ever won an award, come to think of it. But I posted a couple pictures. I did a press release and stuff earlier this year, back in June when I got back from New York City. This is the plaque I received. Also received a crystal, really nice crystal actually. And now I got stuff falling on the floor. This is the crystal. This thing is heavy as crap. Now what I need to do is I need to find a nice place to actually put these things. I need to hang the plaque and set this crystal. I think I'll set the crystal right here on my desk. And I got way too much crap on my desk now, but it was really nice getting these awards. Well, award and plaques, but the moral of the story here is that I want to emphasize that this isn't my first year in business for digital marketing. Technically, if you want to go back, I started back in 96, 97, somewhere in that time frame, actually developing a website of my own for my business as a mobile DJ. That's how I got started with all this craziness. And then in the early 2000s, I had a pretty serious knee injury. I blew my knee out. Couldn't be a firefighter anymore. Couldn't, I had a lot of problems as far as, I was off work for like 18 months, had no income and stuff. So that's when I really started to deep dive into developing websites and getting into web hosting, search engine optimization, and it just kind of expanded from there as time went along. But the actual journey in digital marketing, as opposed to just doing websites and hosting them and doing search engine optimization for, you know, 12, 14 years, something like that, maybe even almost 20 years actually, when it comes right down to it, was really got started really doing some research and learning and stuff back in 2014. And 2015, I think, is when I really began my journey as a digital marketer and providing marketing services for other businesses. And it's been a hard journey. I mean, there's been a lot of work, been through a couple versions of our own website, done a lot of marketing for my own agency, and there was a real learning process that went along with that. But the biggest thing is if you're able to produce customers, if you're able to help other people get customers, you got to, it's a gold mine. Plus, you're helping people with their business, you're helping them make a lot more money, and it's really a win-win situation. And I believe it can change lives. It's changed my life. My life. It's changed the life of my fiance, and she's been kind of helping me out, learning a little bit on the back end stuff. Still not quite to where she should be, but that'll change. But it's worked. And the moral of the story is that it goes back to the one episode I did talking about Will Smith, talking about the dedication, talking about the time commitment, the sacrifice, and making the right decisions it takes to get to the point of where you're winning awards, you're getting customers, producing profit, and you're producing value. I want to set this down now so I don't drop it. And a lot of people don't see that. So technically, I've been doing this for about 6 years, hardcore 6 years, digital marketing. And now it was only just this past year, back in June, June 9th, is when I found out right before or right after I got back from New York City for this whole COVID mess. I was on deployment with the federal government for COVID, which was a whole fiasco in itself. But that's when I found out about the award. I contacted them. There was no ceremony or anything because of COVID. So I had to pay to get the award shipped to me. That took till like mid July when I finally got them. Took a couple pictures, but I never produced a video to go along this with that. And the reason for that is for the past year, actually a little over a year, starting September 15th, 2019, I started working on revamping, editing, updating the Charles Snyder Raw episodes, all 144 of them. And it occurred to me while I was actually going through that process that instead of making even more episodes that I was going to have to edit again later on, I stopped producing new content under the Charles Snyder Raw category because I was also renumbering all the episodes as well as changing the titles and stuff on our YouTube channel as well as on our digital marketing blog. So there was a lot of work there and it took about a year. Well, actually, it took about it took about 5 months to get through all 140 some episodes. And I wrote this article that this video is going to go with. I think it was back in July or August, and then I got deployed again for Hurricane Laura, and that turned into a protracted experience as well because I only just got home last Thursday. Today's Monday, November 2nd. So October 29th, evening of the 29th, I actually pulled into my driveway. I was in Louisiana for 2 freaking months for Hurricane Laura, which was followed by Hurricane Beta, which was followed by Hurricane Delta. And I got out of there just in time, just before Hurricane Zeta became a problem. So the whole way home, I'm actually driving through the remnants of Hurricane Zeta. Anyway, the main gist of it is I got these awards. I'm finally able to do the video now because I finally got all the editing and everything done for the previous 144 episodes of Charles Snyder Raw. So looking forward, there's not going to be as many of these Charles Snyder Raw videos for now. They're not going away, but I'm not going to be producing as many of them. I'm going to be focusing more on the 1 minute marketing tips, digital marketing, articles and videos, and doing digital marketing case studies. But anyway, that does it for me. I'm out of here. Love, peace, and chicken.